Alright, this is John Colo at DiscountJuicers.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you, and what we're going to do in this episode is I'm going to make my morning breakfast for you guys and show you guys what I'm making and the appliances that I'm using to make it. As much as I love juicers and think juicing is superior over blending, and check my video, I put a link down below to the video where I have 6 reasons why juicing is better than blending, I still use a blender in my life plenty. Trust me, I use both these guys almost every day in my single life so that I can get more fresh fruits and vegetables in me. I mean, this is completely and utterly important in today's world. I mean, to me, the juicer or the blender, it's not some magical appliance, you know, or gift from the gods or anything. It's simply a tool. It's like a screwdriver, a hair dryer, a car, which is a tool to get you from point A to point B. You know, it's like any other tool in the world that allows us and helps us out to get more fresh fruits and vegetables into us. You know, the juicer basically concentrates the nutrients in the fruit or vegetable, puts it in its juice form, and then takes out the fiber so that we can get all the nutrients in there, including the soluble fiber, into us. And the blender does the same, and the blender also keeps the insoluble fiber as well. And so, you know, sometimes I like to juice things, sometimes I like to blend things, and sometimes in this situation, I like to do both. So I guess what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and juice my oranges in the Omega VSJ 843 juicer. This is a vertical slow juicer, and this is my favorite juicer to juice most fresh fruits because it does such an amazing job, gets the pulp really dry. Now, we're not just going to juice the oranges like get orange juice that you would find in a carton or at a store or even a bottle on a shelf, because what they literally do is they literally take the orange, they'll cut the orange in half, and literally what they're going to do is they're going to basically take the orange and they're going to squeeze out the orange juice, right? And this is what they call orange juice if you buy it in the store, but to me that's what I call orange water, because when we're going to juice the oranges, and you can only do this if you have your own fruit and vegetable juicer at home, we're literally going to go ahead and very carefully just cut off the orange coloring of the fruit here to reveal that nice white pithy rind. And it's this rind on the orange that is full of nutrition. I mean, you guys may know that, you know, most of the nutrients in an apple is where? Near the skin. And same thing with the orange. Now, we do want to cut off the orange coloring because there are indigestible, naturally occurring chemicals in there that may give you gas and bloating and funky burps and all this kind of stuff. So we don't want to eat that, but we do want to get as much as that white pith that we can possibly get. So here's one that I've trimmed down, and we're going to juice that with not only the orange but also the white pith. So we're going to get a nice thick and frothy juice that's not quite as sweet because it has some of the fiber and the nutrients in the pith here. So I guess without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and shave down these oranges, and I'll come back at you and we're going to go ahead and juice them on up. So I just got done peeling off all the orange peels off my 6 different oranges here, and before I even start juicing my oranges, I always want to encourage you guys to either eat your fruits whole or blend them. This way you get all the fiber, including the soluble and insoluble fiber. You know, sometimes I like to juice my fruits because I have such an abundance and I want to be able to use them up, and when you juice it, you basically concentrate the nutrition. Basically, you know, I could probably sit here and eat 6 oranges, but to me it's a lot easier to just drink the orange juice out of 6 oranges and literally get the majority of the nutrition out of the 6 oranges, except for some of the insoluble fiber. So I think it's always best to eat our fruits whole or blend them, but I think on the vegetables, that's where juicing really comes in handy, because our bodies are not meant to digest, you know, and break down the hard cellulose in different vegetables as well as the leafy greens. So in general, I recommend eating your fruits or blending them, and on the vegetables, probably best to you know, juice them up or minimally chew them really good, and you know, sometimes I'll also blend them. So anyways, when you're choosing fruits to juice, and if you are using a vertical slow juicer, while these juicers are probably my top pick for a juicer that juices fruits in one pass, a few things you need to be aware of. Number one, when you select your fruit, make sure you get heavy fruit for its size. If it's light, it could be old, dried out, shriveled up, not a lot of juice in there. Number two, you want a nice hard and firm fruit. You know, if it's nice and soft and smushy, you know, it's going to make more of a mush than a juice in the slow juicer, so you need to get a nice hard and firm one. They're going to juice, you know, much better. Of course, things like a hard and firm banana, that's never really going to juice. There's not enough water content in there for it to happen right. And just recently I did juice papaya in the Omega VSJ, so look for the video on that, and actually that did quite well. So let's go ahead and turn this VSJ on. I like this because it is actually so quiet, runs at low and slow 43 RPMs. We're just going to go ahead and cut this orange up, leaving all the pith on, and yes, I am even leaving the seeds in there. Drop that in there, and the juicer is literally auto-feeding, going to accept those pieces of oranges in, and as you guys can see, we're instantly getting some good old OJ out the front, and we're getting all the pulp out the side there. So the next thing I'm going to do is just end up juicing all these oranges real fast, and we'll be back at you when I'm about done. So I've juiced a total of the 5 navel oranges in the Omega VSJ 843 juicer. I do recommend, if you are going to juice oranges in this fashion and peel them like this, I recommend and encourage you guys to get the navel oranges. They generally have more white pith than the Valencias that are actually better to juice on one of those hand reamers or on one of the juice presses, you know, to get the orange water. Once again, you're getting a total orange juice in there, including all the nutrients right under the skin of that white pith. So we're going to go ahead and very quickly and easily juice this last orange here, and as you guys can see, we've got 20 ounces of juice here, and like this pulp is actually quite dry. I could take it and literally it's just squeezing the pulp out of my fingers and there's no juice. So this is actually quite impressive. You know, other vertical juicers and other horizontal juicers may not do it as well as the VSJ based on my testing. So we're going to go ahead and put second to last orange in there, and here's the last piece going right in. Next thing we're going to do while this is finishing up, we're going to go ahead and use my handy dandy Vitamix Turbo Blend VS. Now this is the Vitamix I recommend to you guys if you guys want to make healthy dietary changes in your life for a few reasons. Number one, you're going to get a nice DVD that teaches you about how to make healthy raw foods in the Vitamix. In addition, number two, you're going to get a hemp nut milk bag to allow you to make nut milks in the Vitamix. And number three, most importantly, you're going to get a nice thick over 100 page recipe booklet with vegetarian, vegan, and raw vegan recipes. No other Vitamix comes with this particular book, and this is the healthiest book that will come with any Vitamix. A lot of the Vitamix comes with, you know, a lot of, you know, processed junk foods and animal products that I don't encourage you guys to eat, that are not quite as healthy as the package you're going to get with the Turbo Blend VS. Most Vitamixes have a similar amount of power on them, so you're pretty much going to get the same consistency no matter what model you buy. And what I'm using today, instead of the standard 64 ounce carafe that's actually nice and tall, I prefer this handy dandy 48 ounce carafe. So this is a smaller carafe that is available separately that actually you can stick on the Vitamix, and now this will fit underneath your countertops, because with the 64 ounce it sticks up too much. Let's go ahead and turn off the VSJ over here. And also this is a little bit easier to get in because it's not quite as deep. It's a little more fat and squatty. You can get in there and clean it a lot easier. So what we're simply going to do in this recipe today is we're going to go ahead and take our nearly 24 ounces of orange juice, but we're not going to pour it all in. We're maybe going to pour, I don't know, just enough to put it in the bottom. And man, this is nice and thick orange juice because we've got all the nutrition from that white pith in there. We're going to go ahead and pour maybe like half of it in there. Then we're going to take our strawberries, and while you could put strawberries with the greens in there and everything, you know, I'm going to go ahead and cut those off today, and we're just going to drop all these strawberries in there. Now you might be wondering, John, why didn't you just juice the strawberries, man? You're making extra work for yourself. You know, you're doing extra steps by having to, you know, blend the strawberries up. Well, there's a few reasons for this. Number one, especially if you're using organic strawberries, they're quite expensive unless you have like your own strawberry field to pick out of. And when you juice the strawberries, you get a lot of the delicious strawberry pulp out in the basket here, and some of the flavoring of the juice, so you could do that, but in my opinion it's a waste to juice, you know, berries, strawberries, blackberries, you know, boysenberries, blueberries, because you get very little juice out of it. You know, something like oranges, we could taste this pulp here. Ugh. I mean, we've extracted all the orange goodness. This pulp just tastes like fibrous, a slight tinge of orange flavor, not very good. But if you juice the strawberry pulp would actually still taste fairly good. And strawberries are so expensive. So that's why I'm blending them. And the reason why I didn't just blend the oranges in with the strawberries, because then we'd have a very thick and viscous smoothie, which wouldn't taste good because it'd be far too fibrous, right? It's like if you've ever tried to juice straight carrots in the blender, right? You get a carrot mush like a baby food, and that's not very delicious to drink. But on the same token, if you take the carrots and run it through the juicer, you get a nice, clean, delicious, fresh, and refreshing carrot juice. So that's why I like to use both these appliances, in their own way to get the maximum benefits out of my fruits and vegetables. And provided you have the tools such as a juicer and the blender, you can do more things. Like if you only had a blender, you couldn't really make your orange juice and then blend up your strawberries. And that's why I encourage you guys out there to have both a juicer and their blender, because they do different things. It's kind of like having a blow dryer and a hair straightener, right? You could straighten your hair at the same time you're drying it, and you could kind of blow dry your hair with a straightener if you're a woman. And both these machines are kind of interchangeable, but they're kind of not, because each of them have their own different functions. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off the rest of the tops on these strawberries, and we'll come back at you when I'm about to blend it up. Alright, so we got the last strawberry here. We're just going to go ahead and cut off the greens on it, and now we're just going to go ahead and toss it in the blender, and we're going to put the blender top on. And then what I like to do is just basically blend this baby on up. What many people don't realize when blending is that the blender is spinning incredibly fast. The Vitamix spins in excess of 200 miles per hour, and that is quick. I don't know any animal on earth that could run that fast, and my car can't even go that fast. But that's really fast, and that's basically in excess of 20,000 RPMs or revolutions per minute. That's extremely fast, whereas the juicer on this side, this runs at 43 revolutions per minute, so that's much, 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 much slower. So when you're juicing, you're minimally oxidizing or damaging the precious nutrients in the food, especially the things that are sensitive to oxidation, such as the antioxidants, and some of the phytochemicals that are so beneficial for us. So that's why I believe, juicing, if you want the most nutrition, juicing is clearly superior than blending to get the most nutrients out of whatever you're processing. And that's why I only put in like half or even less than half of my orange juice, because now my orange juice is going to get blended with the strawberries. My orange juice is now going to have less nutrition. If I just put orange juice in there without the strawberries and blended it up and then had the orange juice here, this orange juice would have more nutrition because it's only been processed at 43 RPMs. This one's been processed at 43 RPMs and now subjected to 20,000 RPMs, which basically you lose nutrients. So I'm only blending as much as I need to be able to blend my strawberries up, and then I'm going to go ahead and pour my juice into the mixture so that most of my juice, or at least some of it, has not been blended and not been exposed to the high speed and the excess aeration. That's another thing the blending does. The blender adds small micro bubbles of air, which is actually part of the way that the blender works to help break down the food. It basically adds a lot of micro bubbles to the food, which also oxidizes it. Also, when you're drinking it, gives you you're swallowing extra air, and many of us have done that before. We could swallow air and burp, right? Well, that's why after some blended smoothies, you may have a little bit of gas, burping, belching, all this stuff, because you're actually swallowing air with the blended mixture. So when blending, the most important thing is you want to blend as minimal as possible. So to do this, I like to do the pulse blend technique sometimes, where you just literally put this blender on high, you blend it for a second, turn it off. Blend it for a second, turn it off. And just quick pulse blends so that the blender is not running continuously for a long time. And by doing this in a series of blends, you can finally get the consistency you desire without having it literally running for straight for 30 seconds and more rapidly oxidizing and damaging the nutrients in the food. Alright, I think that's all blended up. Let's go ahead and add the rest of our OJ in there. It's nice and thick OJ, getting mixed right in. And sometimes after I add it all in, I'll just do a final quick kind of spin on the blender to kind of get it mixed up in there. And here's our final result. This is my breakfast today. Fresh orange strawberries blended up. Look at that nice, thick, rich smoothie consistency. Man, Jamba Juice, you can't touch this stuff that you make fresh at home. Go ahead and try it. I got the sweetness of the oranges with the full flavor of the pith and all. It's nice, rich, and thick texture, plus the brilliant lycopene, vibrant color from the strawberries, plus the awesome strawberry flavor to make one of the best juice and fruit smoothies you've ever had for breakfast. And this is what is truly possible with some of the equipment and appliances we offer at Discount Juicers, including the Omega VSJ 843 juicer and the Vitamix Turbo Blend VS blender. You know, I want to encourage you guys to have all the tools you need in life to do what you need to do, and blenders and juicers are just two appliances that will allow you to do that, but more importantly, get healthier. Both these machines have nice long warranties, are solid machines that are going to last you many years to come, so that you can make the changes in life that you want to see by including more fresh fruits and vegetables in your diet, so that you can start excluding all the other bad stuff you're eating. I mean, if you fill up on good stuff like this, I can't imagine anybody who would not like this. It's so sweet. Delicious and thick. I think I'm going to go ahead and enjoy it in peace. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Let me know I should do some more recipe demos for you guys, so that you guys know some of the recipes that I make on a daily basis to stay healthy, stay fit and trim. Also, be sure to check my past episodes. I have over 400 different episodes comparing different juicers to other juicers and blenders to different blenders, so that you can choose the right appliance for you. So also be sure to subscribe to my videos if you're not already, for upcoming episodes on brand new juicers coming out, and when I do juice off comparisons and more juicing versus blending videos and all kinds of other cool items that are going to allow you to get more fresh fruits and vegetables in you. Once again, my name is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Be sure to visit DiscountJuicers.com/YouTube for special promotional offers for YouTube visitors. Alright, this is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you. Where I am at today is actually, I'm at the 2015 Natural Products Expo West. This is the largest trade show for the whole health food industry, and I'm glad that I'm actually speaking here at this event this year.